Hi guys and welcome to my 7-week pregnancy update. Today I have just started my 8th week, so I thought I'd reflect on the past week like I did in my previous video, and I'm going to try and do this as much as I possibly can just to share my experiences. I know every pregnancy is so different, so I thought that I'd put my opinion out there and let you know how I'm experiencing my very first pregnancy, which still feels so weird to say. So in my 7th week, as you can probably tell, I'm looking a little bit more sun-kissed, and that's because from Friday of my 7th week to the Monday, so my weeks turn around every Wednesday, so from the Friday to the Monday I actually went to Mallorca with 2 of my friends from work, and it was so lovely. Like, we had such a lovely time, it was so relaxing, and I got to enjoy virgin cocktails, so not always bad, despite the fact we were going on a girls' holiday and I found out I was pregnant. So I told those 2 before we went, just because I knew they'd be suspicious if I wasn't drinking. We like a cocktail, we like to have some fun, so I had to let them know that obviously I was pregnant before we went, just because I think if I'd have told them anything else, like I'm on antibiotics or anything, they would have been like, shut up, no, you're drinking. So I just told them the truth and they were so excited for me, but it was just really weird thinking, like, months ago we planned this holiday and I had no idea that I'd be pregnant by the time we went. So yeah, we had a lovely extended weekend in Mallorca, which was so lovely. The weather was so nice and I actually felt so good in myself being away. I was so worried because at home I've been so tired, I've been feeling sick so quickly, and I was worried about not really having an appetite. But when we were out there, I think it was just a change of routine and a healthy dose of sunshine meant that I just didn't really think about being pregnant. I didn't feel very tired, I could keep up with everyone, and yeah, I felt really good in myself. And I remember saying, it was the first day, the second day of our holiday was the first day that I didn't feel extremely uncomfortable and bloated. Obviously another worry was the fact that we were going to be sitting in our bikinis and stuff, and I felt like I was just permanently bloated all the time. So I was really pleased that I was actually okay and really enjoyed myself, but felt very comfortable at the same time, which was good. So yeah, the only time that I felt a little bit weird was coming back on the flight and on the actual drive from where the airport is to where my friend lived. I felt a little bit travel sick, but I think it was because it was late and we had been delayed and it was just a really long process. So yeah, that's kind of covers Friday to Monday. The only other things are that, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my 6-week update, but when I travel to work, sometimes I just feel so sick. It's quite a bit of a commute from my house to work, and sitting in a car for that long, especially if I'm not driving. If I'm driving, I'm distracting myself, I'm not really thinking about it, but when I'm a passenger and getting a lift to work, I just feel so sick, and that's really annoying because it feels like travel sick, but I know it's not. So yeah, that's really annoying, and that's just continued into the 7th week. I still get really bloated, other than the fact that when we went on holiday I wasn't so bad, but for the rest of the time I still feel quite bloated. Now I feel a little bit uncomfortable, and yeah, I just feel a bit and getting home from work today was my first day back at work after the holiday, and I'm shattered. So I just feel like I need to just get an early night as possible. So that's that, and that's kind of how I've been feeling. So not too dissimilar to my 6th week. I feel like it will probably continue and then suddenly it will just spike up, but thankfully I was okay for my holiday because that was my biggest worry. I had my booking appointment on the day that we came back, which was yesterday, so that was Tuesday, and I was obviously 7 weeks and 6 days when I had that appointment, and we just kind of went through my pregnancy notes, any medical history, anything in my family that may be a concern to the child, and then she spoke about all the different vaccines and tests that you can do when you're pregnant, and she kind of asked you to just start thinking about pregnancy exercises, where you'd like to have the child, which for me I definitely want to have it in the hospital. The thought of a home birth, no, I need to be around medical professionals. Sorry, the light is so weird, there's an influx of clouds. I've just tried to fix the lighting a little bit because of the damn clouds, which is the only problem with now that summer's coming. I'm getting a little bit too confident with the weather. So yeah, I had my booking appointment. She just explained basically all of the basics and what appointments I'm going to have next and what to expect and things like that. So it's weird to think my next appointment with a healthcare professional will be my first scan, which is at 12 weeks. And I'm getting to a point now where I really want to tell work that I'm pregnant, but I'm going to hold off until I'm 12 weeks, just in case, one, anything happens, and I don't want them to like get things in place and for any reason I'm not be going on maternity leave. But as soon as I get a scan, I'm going to tell them like the next day, because I feel like they really need to know so bad. And I just can't wait to tell everyone that we're just trying to withhold it from for the time being. Rich has told a few of his friends. I'm telling more of my friends kind of this week. People that I'm really close to and people that I think, you know, will be there for support, because for me it just feels so weird that I'm pregnant, that I feel like I need people to know, just because if I just had to keep it in for 12 weeks, I think I would explode. So that's kind of how the booking appointment went. Really lovely, the midwife was lovely, and it's in my local town, which is really helpful, and she just kind of went through everything, which puts your mind at ease, because it's the first appointment that you have that like talks about the fact that you're pregnant, and if you have any concerns you can take them there and things like that. So I was in there for that long just because I didn't have too many questions. I feel like I've gone through so many things, and I asked her a few, but I guess if you have your booking appointment coming up, then definitely if there's any questions you have or any concerns, don't Google it, take it to your midwife. That was like the one thing she said was, Google is your worst enemy. If you have a slight pain, then, you know, and you Google it, you're only ever going to take the worst case scenario. So if you have a problem, you can ring them, or if you like just want to go see them and things. So that was quite reassuring, just because there's someone else to talk to about it, especially from a more medical point of view. Like, your partner isn't going through the actual physical side of it, so it's quite nice to know that there's someone there on hand should you feel slightly concerned that you can talk to. And the only real other thing that is kind of new this week that I haven't really mentioned is that I've ordered these kind of band things. So you basically have like a button on one side and a buttonhole on the other, and the aim of these is to basically start stretching your clothes. And I saw a video of these on Facebook and I was like, oh my god, they are genius, because especially for the first couple of like weeks into when you start showing, you don't just necessarily want to put on maternity jeans. I know that I will do in the long run because they're going to be so much comfier. But for the more of those like awkward stages where perhaps I'm feeling a little bit too bloated, or when I start showing, then these are going to be really good just to extend your waistline, give you a little bit of like ease around your stomach. And I just thought these were really, really cool and so simple to use, so that you don't have to buy maternity clothes straight away. You can just extend the wear of your normal clothes until it gets to a point where they no longer fit. So this actually came in a pack. I'll link these down below because I ordered these off eBay, and because it, like I said, I saw a Facebook video of someone like wearing these and I was like, that's such a good idea, just because I have so many jeans, skirts and things like that, that I'm not going to want to buy a whole wardrobe for maternity wear because it's pointless. I'm only going to be wearing it for a couple of months. So something like this just seemed so handy. So I don't know what they're going to be like, whether they're going to be any good, but I will let you know. You've got the buttonhole there, and then you also have like different button things, so you can customise it and things like that. So yeah, I got these. So it came in a pack of 3. They were like super cheap too. So you've got a black one, which is the one that I'm probably going to be using the most. Most of my like bottoms are quite black. So I've got that one. It also came with like a nudie brown one, and I suppose people aren't going to really see these, so I guess this is quite good if the other one is in the wash. So you get this colour one too, and you also get a navy blue one, which again, if the others are in the wash, I can use this. And yeah, I just thought that these were really clever, and you kind of like just attach it and then you can tuck this in so it hides it, and you've probably only got like a small V showing. So yeah, I thought that I don't really want to buy anything else at this stage because I don't want to curse anything, but when I saw these I thought, oh my god, when I'm having those days where I wake up just really bloated and uncomfortable, maybe this will give me a bit of ease on my jeans, because there's nothing worse than wearing like tight skinny jeans, for example, and just feeling horrible in yourself. So yeah, that was the only thing that I've really bought, and that's kind of really it for my 7-week update. My stomach really hasn't changed at all, and I'm so sunburnt that it's not a pretty sight. So I don't think I'm going to show you this week, but I definitely will like next week, just because I want to show you the progress. And if you want to see what my stomach looked like in week 6, which I feel like they're both exactly the same, you can check that video out. It was my last video that was a pregnancy update. and the size of the baby according to my apps, which I said these before, but I really like the Pregnancy Plus app. I feel like this is the most informative app for me. It tells you how far gone you are, it tells you like a little snapshot of what the kid's like and your due date and things like that, and it also comes up with these like daily blogs, so you can actually read it and get some more information. Each day is so different, but when it actually comes to the baby, it's saying that this week it's the size of a raspberry, which is really weird because raspberries I know are so small, but it's still big, and then next week it grows to a grape, which I feel like between the two it's quite a big difference. So I'm expecting quite a lot to change in the next week, which is slightly terrifying. But yeah, that's kind of really it at the moment. Me and Rich haven't spoken much. I mean, I haven't really seen Rich because I went away without him, so I feel like we're just going to have a massive catch up over the weekend, and I'm really excited to start like talking names and things, but we're trying to keep it as quiet as possible just because we don't want to jinx ourselves too much, and hopefully as soon as the scan comes back okay, then we can start getting excited, think about names and things like that. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you have done so and you enjoyed these pregnancy updates, and comment down below if you have any questions, or if you are also going through a pregnancy right now. Let me know. It's so cool to know that other people are going through this journey. And yeah, I will catch up with you guys in my next video. Bye guys.